Tonight we're going to hear from a supporter of Oregon's Measure 110. That's the first in the nation law that decriminalizes small amounts of hard drugs and has promised to expand treatment for addicts. Many of you have told us that you are frustrated that treatment part has not yet happened. Morgan Godvin is a member of the Measure 110 Oversight and Accountability Council. She's also in long-term recovery and served 5 years on a federal prison sentence. She said it was for a conviction of drug-induced homicide after she acted as a middleman supplying drugs to a friend, and then that friend died.
And when drugs are imported,
Morgan Godvin supports the laws created by Measure 110 and believes it has nothing to do with more fentanyl on the streets of the greater Portland area.
So there have been record-breaking law enforcement seizures of these fake fentanyl pills all the way from Arizona to Alaska. They are becoming the most predominant illicit opioid all across the American West. Oregon is not exempt from this national trend, but it is not unique.
And decriminalizing the small amount of drugs, you don't think that that had anything to do with bringing more drug dealers in or having more drugs available on the streets of Portland?
Drug dealing is still very much a crime. And only 1 day's worth of user amount is even decriminalized. So say if someone who uses drugs purchased 2 days worth, that's still a misdemeanor.
In other words, no. She thinks Portland is too small to make a difference in the big scheme of things.
The cartel does not care that we decriminalize drugs. It could be criminalized again tomorrow. They wouldn't care at all. The only thing that would upset them is if we emphasize safe supply or expanded medications for opioid use disorder, because that would cut into their bottom line.
Godvin feels strongly about the criminal justice system in no small part because of her involvement in it. She said she volunteered to go to jail after being arrested for drugs, then was denied her medicine.
And they made me kick cold turkey in an open dorm with fluorescent lights that never turned off, vomiting in a trash can in front of 77 other people. Why? For what? I had asked for help. I had leaned into the criminal justice system thinking it was there to help me, and instead it betrayed me.
As an insider now on the statewide Measure 110 Oversight Council, she knows better than most that the rollout of the treatment part of the new law has been slow. The treatment programs will be paid for with marijuana tax money, but hardly any of that money has been allocated yet. Why has it taken so long?
Yeah, so, bureaucracy. Oregon has layers and layers of bureaucracy. This was something that had never been done before, so there were a lot of unforeseen hiccups. I was very frustrated by the process. I felt that the Oregon Health Authority didn't always support us in the ways that they could have, but they were also experiencing staffing shortages.
Godvin said the final grant decisions will be made by the end of May, and she is a firm supporter in the changes brought by Measure 110.